man who's a junior at C. Milton Wright High School. His name is Troy Schumann, who wrote me a very detailed email, which you'll be able to receive going to the WBAL.com C4 page, first going there and going to the C4 page, in a very articulate way describing what happened that night and how this young man, as well as the other students, parents, and staff at C. Milton Wright High, felt about being basically ignored at that school board meeting. Troy Schumann, welcome to the C4 show.
Hi, how are you? It's a pleasure to be on your show. I'd like to thank you for the time first before I begin.
Well, let me say this to you. Once again, after reading your letter, I'm going to read certain excerpts from your letter. It really spoke out to me as it relates to young people who are attempting to redress their rights in a very positive and a very meaningful way, going to school board meetings, which many young people don't do, and trying to work on behalf of your assistant principal. Let me just read this couple of sentences, Troy, and then get your reaction. My name is Troy Schumann, and I'm a student at C. Milton Wright High School in Bel Air. I have just returned from a meeting of the Hartford Board of Education, and at no other point in my life have I ever seen a more fatalistic view of the state of democracy in the United States. This evening, many fellow students, parents, and some staff members and I attended the board meeting to protest the transfer of our beloved assistant principal, Chris Battaglia, to Edgewood High School. During the meeting, several people were allowed to speak, and their praise for Mr. Battaglia ranged from his ability to communicate with the community and students, to saving our school's Booster Club, to running a nationally recognized senior mentoring program in which seniors help freshmen adjust to life in high school. But after they had said their piece, we were informed that our board and superintendent had no authority in the matter and that it was an internal issue by Superintendent Haas. How did you feel when, after all of that outpouring came out, Troy, when you just basically got dismissed?
I felt pretty ripped off. I mean, Mr. Battaglia is a wonderful administrator at our school, and as I mentioned in the email, he's key in our senior mentoring program, which really helps freshmen adjust to high school. And he essentially saved our Boosters Club, as Mr. Marzola brought up. And he knows most of the kids in our high school by first name. I mean, he walks around the homeroom, says, "Hi, how was your game?" Things like that. And this guy bleeds C. Milton Wright blue. And we stood up to support him and to help him, and it just felt like our cries were being, falling on deaf ears by the Board of Education, and that it really didn't matter to them. They were going to do what they were going to do regardless of what our opinion was. And it really hurt because, he's a wonderful educator. And
it's obvious, let me just say, in listening to you now, but then reading your email, it's obvious that Assistant Principal Battaglia connected with you young people and provided you, at least with an adult mentor, that you could feel connected to. And part of the education process, Troy, is for young people like yourself to not only learn educationally, but socially connect with adults that you can respect. And it sounds like Assistant Principal Battaglia is one of those individuals.
Oh, definitely. He'd be at everybody's sporting events. He's a great role model. He truly speaks volumes about what a true educator should be. And if our school system is full of people like him, it's a wonderful school system.
Well, according to your email, you personally asked the Superintendent Haas after the meeting about what happened, and they'll be able to read it on your email, but I want you to respond. What was that after the meeting when you personally asked the superintendent? What went into the decision to remove your vice principal?
Well, basically, she told me that it was an internal decision, and she really wasn't at liberty to discuss with me what it was that caused the decision, and that kind of hurt. I understand there's privacy involved, but I'd like some kind of reason. And then on top of that, she likened it to where if you were in a job, somebody was just transferring a job to like another office.
Right.